Hi, docs at the UAC. David Tucker, chiropractor. Ken Goldman, Chris Shuffler, chiropractors, and our awesome CAs. Our massage therapists aren't in this, but want to share a little bit about how you need a team to grow. So ultimately, one of the strategies we have is to have everyone have responsibility for something. So we're going to do a quick share. We're going to go around. I'll just ask everybody, what do they contribute in terms of their statistic and their main control areas. So I'll start with our rock star, Mary, first.
So I'm responsible for two things. Collections, the general office collections, which I do by doing billing, insurance troubleshooting, things like that. Make sure everything's A-okay and that we're raking in the dough. And I also am responsible for our day 2 stat, which is our reported findings. It's the patient's second day in the office, where we go over their treatment plan and all of their finances, and I'm responsible for making sure that we have a proper financial plan for the patient and that it works well for them.
Very good. So super important statistics. Mary's been here for a few years now, and
Almost 8.
She knows the ins and outs of the office. All right, so I guess we'll do CAs first in this trend.
How do we top that?
Gabby's a rock star in her own way too. So, Gabby, what are some of the main things you do in the office?
So I greet everybody that comes in. I'm in charge of most of the in-house scheduling and also making sure our patients are going to the proper section that they need to be in for the doctors, therapies, and stuff like that.
All right, so what do you mean by proper section?
To the proper room for their doctor, to the main back adjusting area.
Sorry about that.
Sarah, who does all our therapies.
All right, so basically, she's got to quarterback everyone to a re-exam situation, open rehab area, a report of findings, so she kind of quarterbacks everything at the front desk. So scheduling all our visits. All right, Sarah. Sarah's our fastest CA. She's on roller skates all day. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I don't know where to start. I do everything here. So,
And she's humble too.
I do all the therapies. I do exercises and stretches with the patients. I assist this doctor over here with everything and make sure he's running on time or I'll freak out. And that's pretty much it.
All right, so she kind of mans the whole therapy area. So when you hit that 5, 6, 7 o'clock and you got that rush, she just doesn't lose her cool. So super important in the back area, the back rehab. Vicki, what do you do in the office? Because obviously you're like kind of the first voice and face they really deal with.
So I handle all the new patients that come in, all the phone calls, anybody with missed appointments, and then I work directly with Dr. Goldman with all the new patients. And that's about it.
All right, so you handle all the new patient phone calls. You get them into day 1, finish that up. Day 2, you help out with some of the therapies when Sarah needs a hand as well.
Insurance verification to make sure that the patient has coverage for their first visit, letting them know their proper benefits.
So she's pretty much taking that day 1 all the way through, in a sense. All right, so Chris Shuffler, what do you do, Doc?
Me and adjusting doctor. I deal directly with Sarah with coordinating therapies, making sure patients follow up on the recommendations. If there's any problems, then I report down the line or up the line to Dr. Goldman and Dr. Tucker, and we kind of coordinate care from there.
All right, so that's the meat and potatoes in the back. He's our main adjusting guy. And, he's the one who's basically handling most of the adjustment volume. Ken Goldman, our the chiropractor. What are some of your main hats?
Well, primarily seeing new patients for consultations and exams. I'm also doing x-rays if need be, nerve scans, also follow-up re-exams as the patient progresses through care.
Yep. So just to kind of recap this now, and we had to put one main stat per post. Mary's billing and collections. Gabby, what's your main stat?
PVA.
PV.
PV.
Patient visits. Sarah's basically therapies completed. Vic?
Missed appointments.
Missed appointments rescheduled. So not only, that's another thing we forgot, you do all the new patient process. When they're missing their appointment, she does the follow-up and tracks the percentage of people reschedule. Adjusting, so PV. Yep.
New patients.
And
exams.
Re-examinations on our patients.
What do you do?
So,
I was going to say, who are you?
don't do much. No. So basically, I do a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff. Adjust the old timers who didn't really, who kind of been around with us for years now, and mostly the report of findings. So once I get all the input from Dr. Goldman on day one, I do all the day twos. I clear them in terms of care, kind of make sure we do some testing in terms of tolerance, testing what they can qualify for, what technique. We use multiple techniques in the office. Obviously, it's not just the flying 7. Take day 2 to completion, do the report of findings, and then delegate the adjustment to Dr. Shuffler going forward. And then everyone here knows what it's like running a business, so I don't have to get into too much of that.
And one other thing too, don't think that when you are growing your practice, or if you're in the process of growing your practice, any kind of practice, don't think that right off the bat you need to have all these people. I need to get 3 doctors and 4 CAs. It's a process. We didn't always have this many people. It's nice now because we are able to designate 1 or 2 stats to each individual person, but that hasn't always been a luxury. But ever since we have, been able to grow like this and designate 1 or 2 things to each person, it really has helped us grow fast, actually. So it's been nice, but don't freak out, oh my God, I need more staff. You don't. It's definitely a process.
Most definitely. All right, thanks, guys.
See you, Las Vegas.